Fix Public Art Committee meeting for November 18th. And the first order of business is approval of our meeting minutes from the October 21st, 2024 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the 21st of October meeting minutes.
There's a motion.
Second.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed, so motion passes. Okay, town liaison report. Taylor.
I do not have anything at this time. It will be all under old business.
Okay, very good. Chairperson's report, same for me. I will do that during old business. Public comment, seeing none, we'll move right into old business. So quite a few things on the agenda here, so we'll go through those, starting from the top. So White Oak Creek Greenway mural. How close are we? We're close to contract?
We're very close. So
Yes.
the selected artist has been contracted with only 3 more signatures left. So that is all internal signatures. So I'm hoping that that will be completed this week. Then after that, the design meetings can be scheduled as soon as that contract is finalized and hits my email box. That'll be the first thing I do is email Sean for his availability.
Yep.
And then the neighborhood reps will be informed of the contract as well, to be invited to those meetings so that they're included on the design process.
Okay, perfect. And our intent is to have the first meeting prior to the holidays, so we can get one in basically in December. And then he can kind of go away and work on some concepts. And then I'm not sure that we'd get more than one in. Well, it depends, but if not, early in January, we can finalize on the design and kind of go from there. Good stuff. Any other questions from anybody on that?
Tom, can you clarify that for me, like where it actually is located?
Yeah, it's on, so if you're familiar with the White Oak Creek Greenway.
Yes, yes.
It's on the side that's, I mean, it's towards the tobacco trail.
Okay,
But it's a little distance from there. You
Okay.
do go through some boardwalk and areas,
Okay.
and then there's a more of a level area, and the retaining wall is on that portion. I mean, I
Okay.
could show you, I could send you a picture
Okay.
of where it is.
I was just
specifically.
trying to think
Yeah.
where the actual location
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to
It's hard to
describe it in
describe.
the air, but I can send you specific location.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
I'll do that. Okay, Salem Street crosswalk mural. That, we've got some submissions that have come in, and we're still open for about almost a month, right? Another few weeks? Yeah.
It's on the 17th.
Okay. All right.
And for that one, updates internally. I've been having meetings with multiple different departments because this will touch multiple different departments. And the latest meeting that I had was with the police department, and they weighed in on when would be the best time to do this based on traffic, not time of year,
Yeah.
but based on traffic patterns. And they are saying that this mural should be completed at night, typically when the traffic patterns are much lower, over 2 separate days. So the mural can be cut in half based on what the artist, can really do. Let's do 1/2 allowing traffic through the street one night, and then the next night cutting off the side that hasn't been done and then allowing traffic on the other side. So PD would assist with that closure as well.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Any questions on that? All right. Once we get, since it's pretty close to the holidays, I would say the odds of us squeezing in the selection of the artists is probably not going to happen until the very first of the year, right? But look out for that very beginning of the year, and we'll make our selection at that point. Okay. All right. Hunter Street Park crosswalk. Sean.
Yeah, I was hoping to have the design done tonight, so I'm working on a design to send over to Taylor to then go for approval. So I didn't quite have it yet, but right now Tom and I went out and measured it. And we found some really cool angles on the side that I was thinking about doing, or the plan is, that I'm working on is basically baseball diamonds in the corner that kind of go out of those, and then in the middle having fields, like the soccer fields or the multi-use fields, and then kind of peppering in some other things in there. So just different balls, like gonna do actually like dog prints going through it as well. So that's kind of where we are right now, but it's gonna be a lot of like green, and then with other splashes of little bits of color, but mainly just some green for the fields. So, and then it'll so it won't be a like crazy amount of color. It'll be kind of simple, unless you think we could add a color to it. But and then just wanted to verify with you, it's the same rule as before. It's just the 2 white bars across. There doesn't need to be patches or anything like that. Okay.
That's correct.
So yeah, so that's in progress right now.
That's cool. If you don't mind just sharing it with the team when you have it, if
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
mind some input from the crew here
Sure.
as well.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. And then once that is set, like where everybody's comfortable with what goes forward, it goes through the same review process just to let everybody know. So it goes to like public comment, gets posted for I think it's a month, right, Taylor, roughly?
Yes.
And then, we see what comes in and whatever, kind of evaluate that, and then it goes to council for approval.
Sounds
And
good.
it happens. All right, good stuff. Okay, digital art and projector project. So we have, we've made kind of contact with the folks that have some content that they can create for us. And so we're getting a new proposal from them. They had provided one proposal, and we took a look at that, and we just made some revisions and are getting another proposal, which I would anticipate us getting in the next week or so, probably, right? And then Taylor, if you don't mind giving us an update on the actual install of the projector.
Yes, no problem. So the drawings of the structure have been completed and sent to planning for their small town business character application. So that is in review with planning. Once it is approved with planning, I will be sending it for submission with the construction permit application. In order to submit the application, you have to have the approval from planning. Then we'll be able to contract the contractor, which we already have someone in mind for this, and they are on board and ready. So we just need to go through that process. So that's once the permit for construction has been approved. And then on the side note of the digital art, legal has reviewed the content guidelines that were sent over. Also, communications and Parks, Recreation, Cultural Resources have reviewed those guidelines and made minor adjustments. So we are working through that. But I anticipate that going out to the Public Art Committee. I can send it out this week, so you can see the revisions that they made.
All right, that's great. And then does that mean it's in essence approved unless they revise something that we were like, oh my goodness, the most important part or something like that?
Yes,
No,
that's
yeah,
my
okay.
understanding is it was leaving it with legal. Legal was the last department to look at it. And then I'm just going to get the final thumbs up from my director.
Super.
And unless I hear otherwise, it's my understanding that that would be good to go.
Okay, great. Okay, any other questions on that one? All righty, public art stickers, Sean, back to you.
Yeah. Did you saw what we looked at last time, right? I mean, if you guys are ready to do it, I think we should just make a motion to go ahead and get these ordered and get some stuff going. And I think we can use them for. I think we do stick with one design for now, potentially. Yeah. Get a decent number of them, then you start using them for whatever's coming up, whether it's Peak Fest, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
So
I think that's a great idea. Is that something we need a motion for, Taylor?
It's
something?
better to
Okay.
have one than not.
Yeah. Okay.
and everyone's seen the stickers, right? They've seen at least the idea of it. It's just the apex
Public art.
It's
public art
logo.
logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this circle.
Yeah.
That circle, and it's
That's it.
about 3 inches.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might put it on a water bottle, a laptop,
Anything, yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
That's great.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea was, and I don't know how much of it you've seen or heard, but the idea was just no text on it, just the logo, and then get people to ask questions, get people to want to know what is this, where'd you get it, how do I get one of those, and then we can expand from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then future planning, I was thinking about, it would be, you can do die cast stickers, so it basically you have a sticker that's the exact shape with a little white border around whatever the object is, and potentially doing them for sculpture walks, doing them for murals we have, doing for different things around town, you know, the Halley, whatever it would be, just anything we can do that can incorporate with art as well. That's down the road.
So the cost, just so we know what we're voting on, not only will it be the logo at 3 inches, the cost for 1,000 3-inch stickers is $372, so that you know what we're pulling from.
All right, good stuff. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the production of the stickers for the public art logo.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, motion carries. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Okay, next one up, holiday window painting.
Yeah.
Bethany, what do
We
we
are
got?
still good to go. Was just thinking about it this morning. I'm going to touch base and just remind the schools again this week about they've all already committed, but I'll send another message. I don't know if anybody wanted to come the day of and help out, but we'll be setting up. I'll probably be out setting up around 2:30, probably, maybe even at 2:15, because sometimes the kids come directly from school and they might make it there before 3. But we'll be in front of the Halley meeting and then dispersing to the 2 locations, the fire station and in front of the Halley. So I'll have some tables to set up and plastic table covers and things like that. And planning on hopefully 3 to 5. I don't know if we said 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, but I'm hoping, does the Halley close at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock? So I'd like to be wrapping up. So can we still use a table like we did? Did we use a table last time? Okay.
Yep.
Because I can bring a table for the other location, but if we don't have to bring 2 tables, that'd be great.
That's completely fine.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone that can help out? I am out of town, so I will not be
I can
able
be
to
there.
make it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
terrific, thank you.
What's the date? Sorry.
It is the 2nd of December.
Monday
December
after
2nd,
Thanksgiving.
Monday. Yes,
Yeah.
the Monday after Thanksgiving.
And even if you can't be there the whole time, even
Yeah.
if you just kind of swing in for an hour or whatever, it's nice to have other
And
set of hands or
taking
just,
pictures or whatever, yeah,
just to
'cause
see
it's
what's
kind of-
happening.
I
It's a
forget
nice
to take
event.
pictures.
I blanked out, I can't make it.
And I think last time
I like it.
Yeah.
Courtney Butler was there taking some pictures from the fire department, so I can
will email her.
I can
Okay.
too. I mean,
Yeah, that would be nice. I brought my speakers last
Yeah,
time too.
that's true.
so we
Would you
can-
mind
I can bring
bringing
that
it?
up.
Mhm.
3 to 5.
And I will also not be there,
Okay.
but this will be your supply list will be supplied to
Okay.
you with the table.
Okay.
And I'll have a representative available to you at the
Okay.
front desk
Perfect.
the whole time.
Perfect. And it's okay for them to wash off in the bathroom? Is that
Yeah.
what they did last time, or is there a
That's no
different place?
problem.
Okay.
They can wash their hands off in the bathroom or in Studio A, which
Okay.
is our classroom.
Is Studio A better? Like as far
Sure.
as rinsing
Paints.
paints? Okay.
Paintbrushes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
I want to make sure we didn't make a mess.
All right, any other questions on that one?
What time did that start?
3 o'clock is when they're supposed to. We're planned it with the school, but I'm planning on being down there on 2:15.
And then you're planning to be done by?
I'm thinking by 5, but cleaning up and be out of there by 6.
I think we were done by 5 last
I
year.
think we were too.
Yeah.
It didn't take.
Plus,
that long.
it's going to get darker.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can't.
it's all right.
Okay.
Listen.
Alrighty, sculpture walks. So for this present sculpture walk, we have a couple sculptures that are going forward for approval at the council for purchase. Taylor, any timing on that, do you think?
I originally thought it would be this week, but one of the locations fell through. So Tom and I are working on a new location for that one. It is currently being surveyed for what's underneath the ground, or what's in the ground, excuse me. And once we get that, it's just a matter of creating a PowerPoint and putting it in for approval to come to council. I would love for it to go to the one council meeting in December, which is the second week of December, I believe. If not, it'll be the first one in January. And that is a public hearing, so it would be a process where I would, when public hearing time comes up, I would come up, do the full presentation, pitch the 2 sculptures that are up for purchase, as well as the 2 locations that are specific to those locations. And then it is up to council to either approve or move or only choose one or the other. And they'll typically have questions as to, why we chose what we chose. And I have our meeting minutes from that.
All right, good stuff. Okay, and then the current sculpture walk, so did everyone get the email or, yeah, email with the items? So,
Yes.
yep, great. So please send me in your top 5 and, this week, so by end of day Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we'll have our selection meeting. Just like we have in the past, based on everyone's input, that'll probably be some alignment, and we'll have some that are maybe pretty easy to include, and then others, they'll have a longer discussion on that type of thing. So we've been through it before and looking forward to doing it again. Any questions anyone has in general at this point? Okay, good to go. All right, budget stuff. So we have a kind of straw man from what that budget will look like, based on previous years and some input from myself. I'm not sure if anybody others had input at this time. But Taylor, how soon do you need to kind of wrap that piece up so that you go to the next step?
I would like to have it wrapped up by the end of this month.
Okay.
Because I submit it for departmental approval the first week of December.
Mhm.
So ideally, we would have a good idea by the end of our time here of what we agree on, and then I would bring that to the department approvals.
Okay.
So hopefully we can agree on things today.
Well, is there something you want to review? Because normally we just kind of gather everyone's input and then we, generally bring it forward. It's not like something we make a motion on because it's not for us to approve in that way.
No, there's
But, yeah.
nothing specific. Like you said, it was what you have in front of you is what we're currently sitting in.
Okay.
So our current budget is right in front of you. So some adjustments that came up are proposals to increase the sculpture lighting. So we don't currently have that in the budget. We're hoping to put that in for about $2,000. We'd like to increase the artist stipend for the sculpture walk to $1,800 per artist approved. So that will shift from $1,500 to $1,800, pending approval, of course. We do have, let's see here. We do have a proposal to start a public art master plan, which I am still doing research on the general cost of that, but I'll be basing it on other departments' master plans. And then there is a paintable sculpture show that is suggested, that is a small scale sculptures which would be painted by local artists and placed around town. So those were pitched as well. Let's see here. Everything else seems to be on par with what we would normally ask for.
We also had the video, the sculpture to wrap on the video, correct?
Yes, thank you. That would be correct. So the projector wrap, which we're hoping to ask for about $20,000 for that one.
Can I ask, is there any other future, I know there's some future projects like the Justice Heights Park. Are any of those projects going to be wrapping up that we need to be thinking about things that, like I know the parking lot in downtown is going to be finishing up. I'm just thinking of places that are under construction that we need to be thinking about that we'll need, or what you think that'll be in the next fiscal year, maybe after this coming year. I was thinking about, we had sculpture in the previous parking lot.
One thing that we had put forward is the percentage for art on capital projects.
Okay.
So we have that still moving through the process.
Okay.
And then in the Parks and Rec upcoming projects, they've already actually embedded that
Okay.
into the.
So it's not
those
something we need to
projects.
think about, like
Not
additional that we
really,
would wanna
not right
tackle?
now.
Okay.
So yeah, well, let's let that kind of
Okay.
work its way through the process and kind of go from there.
The only thing that I'm aware of that we're being asked to review for the budget for 25-26 is actually our final bullet point for old business, which is the Nature Park Amphitheater mural request. This is requested to be placed in the 25-26 budget for review. That was requested by a council member. I know we talked about it at our last meeting. I want to see how we feel about incorporating that specific mural into our 25-26 budget.
We do have 2 murals listed in the budget. And so I would say that we keep it kind of at that, and then that's one of the potential murals perhaps. And then as things shape up over the course of the year, we can decide if that is the right spot for it or elsewhere. I mean, I don't know, that'd be a suggestion of mine. But open to others. I mean, if we want to lock in one of those for there, it's maybe something we do too.
I like the idea of not fully locking in until we've. Yeah, I like your proposal there. Yeah.
Is it gonna affect our ability to do it if we don't lock it in?
Not to my knowledge, it would not.
I would
Do we-
think so. I think if we have the budget, yeah.
I think when we do decide to do it, though, we still need to plan to do the whole thing, not just one side.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Do you think we need anything more than that, Taylor, or at this point?
I don't think
we
we need
okay?
anything more than that. So what will happen is I'll put this through for review, and typically we'll hear some conversations mid-spring, and then the budget gets finalized in about late June,
Okay,
and then it gets implemented obviously July 1.
okay.
So that's where we're at right now. And then I'll do some more research on the master plan to make sure that we're asking the right amount of money for that.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, are all these costs still current, like inflation-wise? Like, do we add a certain percentage for?
Yes, as
Things
of right
being
now, we do have a little bit of a wiggle room
Okay.
amongst the budget for that.
Okay, any other budget-related items or anything else on the nature park mural? All right, that's it for old business. Then on new business, we had Peak Fest, and just put this on here because usually we start thinking about it and like we're already too late. So I know someone had brought it up, I think at a previous meeting too, like this is something we want to do there. So I just wanted to put it out on the table and see if there is something. And I know there are some people who have kind of standing commitments at that time, and so it doesn't really work for them timing-wise, but.
When is it?
Usually the first Saturday in May. So I don't know that we have to decide anything tonight, but maybe it's just food for thought, and maybe there's some chatter on Slack or something in between meetings if people have some ideas on what we might want to do.
Well, it's definitely been a few years since we
Yeah, it's
actually
been a
did
little while.
something. Yeah, since
Yeah.
we actually did something.
I think
And
so.
with projects coming up, like the sculpture walk, with the new sculpture walk coming right before that, and having the projection, the video projection, I think.
We'll have mural on the Greenway, mural on the crosswalk. There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be happening around that time frame.
Yeah.
Some will just have happened. Some will still be in the queue. So I think we have a whole lot to talk about or
Yeah.
show or demonstrate. So I think it's probably a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I have placed a hold on it on an area
Okay,
for the
great.
festival. So time-wise, it's not really an urgency thing as long as we're preparing properly.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Anything further on that tonight, or just contemplate, think about it, and share ideas. And
Is
then
it-
we can decide next time maybe.
It's not a cost to us for the actual space, right?
No cost.
We know people on that.
What's
I
that?
said we know people on that.
Right, right. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. So it looks like May 3rd is the date. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. I think we should definitely do it, but whether we try and do something elaborate like some kind of community project or not, I don't think that needs to be decided yet. But
But we do have to plan, prepare what we want to do, and have coverage for 12 hours. So, I mean, that's the key, right? You know, is if we can't get the coverage, then, well, you know, it's not going to happen. So, we have to get commitment for that. So everybody check their calendars, see what they can do, and yeah, we'll see if we want to commit to it. Okay.
I'll commit to a shift.
Does coverage have to be committee members?
No, not necessarily. Yeah,
Just curious.
yeah. We can.
We can look at like some
the
of
other
the
time we had done it, we had
students.
high school students that
okay.
helped out.
People,
Which
they
was
can
great.
have a free sticker if they work.
Yeah, that's
for
it.
you.
You get a sticker.
Well, I was thinking about the youth council because I think the youth council members, you know, are looking for
Okay.
volunteering hours
Yeah,
at that time.
yeah. I think those kind of things
Yeah.
would help a lot. Yeah. So. All right, good ideas, and we can keep developing that next time around. Okay. All right, so any other new business? Anything else anybody wants to raise today? If not, we have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, a second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.